Welcome to Rise and Shine Daily Business Tech Boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and break them down into bite-sized tips you can use right away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and shine. It's your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham, episode number 529. And I'm following on from my Zoho series, and we are going to be adding a user to our Zoho Mail account. So I'm not going through how to set up an account from scratch, and the reason I'm not doing that is I already have a Zoho Mail account, and here in Australia we can only take paid accounts, and I have to pay for them annually to be able to do this, and it's all a thing. But I can show you how to do the bits and pieces individually using the admin panels and such on my own account. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So the account that we're working on today, or the Zoho account in its fullest, is the account that I run for my family. I have several family members. They all have an email address on one of our many family domain names. We have a domain name for the family. I have a domain name for myself. My son has his own domain name. There's another one that we've been running for years. So, and I put them all under the one banner, all under the one account. And depending on who's doing what, they get to choose which email address they want to use, basically. Which is one of the flexibilities of Zoho. And one of the reasons I do like it is I can do these sorts of things, and it doesn't cost me an arm and a leg every year to do it. So yesterday we went through adding the domain name to the account. Today I'm going to show you how you can create a user using that domain name. So without further ado, I am going to jump across to my screen share here, and we'll get going. So this is my Zoho Mail account. You go to Zoho Mail, you log in, and it should drop you into your mail account. Now, if you've taken a workplace account, it will drop you into a slightly different dashboard. It all works the same way. In different videos, I'll actually show you workplace as well, and why I'd actually recommend it for business as opposed to just using the mail. However, for small businesses, mail, like micro businesses, mail is probably all you would really need. So from here, hopefully it's all blurred out because my editor, Ryan, is absolutely awesome and hides all my private stuff from people. From here, you need to get to your admin panel. So again, once you've logged in, come across here to your profile icon, click on that and choose your admin console. You could try and get there directly by typing in mailadmin.zoho.com and then logging into your admin account. Now, you do have to be an admin or a super admin to do this, okay? I am the super admin. I am logged in as the super admin. Yesterday, I went through the dashboard. We know what the name of the business is. We know who our super administrator is. We know our subscription duration, what plan we're on, and when we renew. We've also got things like how many domains we have mapped here, how many users are in the organization, how many groups, and how many licenses. Now, you'll notice here that I've got 8 organizational users and 9 licenses. We're going to assign that extra license today to this user that we're going to create. So to create a user, from the left-hand menu, from the menu on the left-hand side, come down to where you see users. Again, this will all be blurred out because, I don't want this information getting out there. But these are all of my users. I can add a user by clicking on the Add User button here, which we're going to do. And we're just going to put, thank you. First name is going to be learn, and the last name is going to be about dogs because that's what we're working on. So you'll notice that my username automatically defaults to learn.aboutdogs. Now I will go through the admin settings and how you can change those defaults in another video. All we're doing today is adding a user so we can get started on our system. I'm going to make that not learn.aboutdogs. We're going to make it info, and instead of, because I have multiple domains here, it chooses my default domain, but because I have multiple domains, I can drop it down and I can choose the domain that we just added on. So we're going to make it learnaboutdogstoday.com. Going to set a new password, and it will automatically black it out. Yep. Okay. You can auto generate it. It will tell you when you have everything correct so that it will go through. And if you want, you can click on the little eye to make sure you've typed things properly. If you click send credentials via email, you can actually put in here email addresses to send it to. So if they've got another email address, you can send it to. I'm not going to do that. I am not going to force the user to change their password on the first login. You can absolutely do that, and I would probably recommend, if you're going to set temporary passwords like auto-generated passwords, force them to change the password when they log in. I'm going to uncheck that. And I am not going to, now this will tell you the licenses that you've got available. So I've got workspace, none available, and I've got one mail 10 gig available. So I'm going to use that. What else do we have available here? We can add aliases for other domains. So again, these will be blurred out, but these are the other domains that I have associated with the account. So this is where you use aliases. When they're talking about using aliases and other domains, you can say, well, this info can go against this domain and this domain and this domain, and select it here. Right now, though, all I want is for it to be only on learnaboutdogs.com. So that's one of the flexibilities, is you can give someone an email address on multiple domains or just the one domain if you're running multiple domains on the account. Email policy, I've only got the one email policy, which is default policy. We will cover that later. No groups, auto expire user. You can automatically set the expiration of this user after a specified date. I'm not going to do that. We're going to show the work fields. This is more, yeah, this is if you're using Zoho People Service. I'm not, so we're not going to put that on, okay? That's all you need to do, is give them a first name, just a first name. You can give them a last name, give them their email address that they're going to use if you're not going to use the default, set their password, choose whether you want to send their credentials via email and whether you want them to change their password when they log in, and choose the license type that you're going to give them. Now, if you're on the free account, you won't have license types to give them. But again, here in Australia, I do, so there you go. Oh, you can also give them their profile picture if they want straight up. I'm going to click add. So this is all the admin side of things, right, guys? Now it's all done. I can copy their email address. I can copy the password. I can see the password that I set. This is the last time I'm going to be able to see it, by the way, and I can go to the created user. Now, here under the created user, if you forget where you are and you say, oh, I don't want to do that, and go and do something else and wonder how to get back in there, just go to your user menu. So in the left-hand side, go to your user menu, find the user that you just created, and you can see all of their details here. So what this tells me is a couple of things. First of all, I've got their details. I've got their role. So if you want to change their role to be an administrator or a custom administrator, you can absolutely do that. I'm leaving them as a user. It tells me how much storage they've got used already. None, because they're newly created. Whether they're active, I can actually make them inactive so they don't get mail. so they can't log in. I can make it so their mail service is enabled or disabled. I can give them access to calendar and contacts from here as well. I leave everything enabled. Honestly, these three work together beautifully. Not got anything. We're not going to auto expire them, so there's that. What else does this tell me? Under account information, it tells me when I created the account. It tells me when the password was last reset, when they last logged in, what time zone they're in, and their user ID. Now, you might need this user ID if you need to go back to the help, to Zoho Help. They might ask you for your user ID. Okay, what else? We're not going to go to groups. I'm going to cover groups later. Mailbox settings. Under mailbox settings for your user, you can have your email alias. So do you remember when I said you could give them a different alias on different domains? If you change your mind later and you want to give them an alias, this is where you can do it. So you can click add for email aliases. You can, if you want it to be contact, if you want them to also get email for contact at learnaboutdogs.com today. You can do that. So that what that means is that anything sent to info and anything sent to contact will come into this mailbox. Excuse me, I'm still a little ill. Let's take a warm drink just to warm the throat up a bit. So everything for contact and info will come into the one mailbox. It'll only come there. It's not a group. It's only the people or the person that logs into this inbox will be able to see it. This set mailbox address means this is the address that is the primary address for the mailbox. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it as learn about info at. Okay. I can also, if I wanted to here, make it info and have it for one of my other domains as well, go into here. I'm not going to do that now though. There we go. Email forwarding. This is only available on the paid accounts. You won't have access to this on your free account if you've gone with the business free account. You can add a forwarding address. So email forwarding automatically routes all incoming emails of one account to another chosen destination account. So if I want everything that goes to info at Learn About Dogs to go to, for example, my account here, I can do that and I can say, add, are you sure I want to forward emails? Yes, it will forward emails as long as this is turned on. I can turn it off and it will disable it. Okay, it'll disable the forwarding. If I click on that, turn it back on, it enables it. You can actually, let's try and see what happens if we send it to an outside person, like my support email, for example. Do I want to forward emails? Yes, I do. Now, because this is outside of the organisation, you notice that when I put one that was inside the organisation, it was fine. It just enabled it. It's asking me to verify. So when I go, I'm going to go and do that in just a moment. When I go, let's just click the verify button. So it's asking me, enter the confirmation code that was sent to support at, enter the confirmation code here, or click set resend here to resend it. So I've got to go and get the confirmation code out of this email box and put it in here. So I'm just going to pause the video while I go and get that. Okay, so there's an email that's in this inbox. It's very nicely formatted. It gives you a code that you can then just paste in here and ask you to confirm. Now that I'm confirming it, you'll see we've got the enable disable. So that means that anything that comes into this inbox will automatically be forwarded to my support email. This is something, sorry, I don't mean to cough like that. This is something that I recommend you use very sparingly and with great care. Understand who you are forwarding email to. Okay, now let's say you're done and you don't want to forward email anymore. come back into the email forwarding, click on the delete the forwarding here, and it will just delete it for you. Oh, no, sorry, that's not what that says. My bad. It says that when it's forwarded, it will delete the mail that comes into the inbox. So I'm not going to do that. We want to keep a copy of the email in our inbox. Okay, so it'll ask you if you want to delete it or if you want to keep it. When you're done and you want to get rid of it and you don't want to forward anymore, or you've changed your mind, you can either just disable it temporarily. Once disabled, mails to this user will not be forwarded. Or you want to disable it? Yes, I want to disable it. It's still there. It's still verified. I don't have to worry about going back and re-verifying it if I change my mind and want to re-enable it. But if I'm done, once you mouse over it, you see you've got a trash can here, a rubbish tin here for my Australian people. If you click on that, it will allow you to delete the forwarded address as well. What else do I have? I'm not these I'll cover later. Mailbox actions. This is important. Just enable that. Mailbox actions, these are available on your paid account. Some of these are only available on your paid account. Mailbox actions, we're going to allow incoming mail. We're going to allow outgoing mail. We want spam checking to occur. We want quarantine checking to occur. Very important, these ones. POP and IMAP are only available on paid accounts. So these will be, some of these will actually be grayed out on the free accounts, but POP access is enabled. And I've just enabled IMAP. Honestly, I think everyone should be using IMAP. I know that there are people that still use POP. Let's click on Advanced POP Settings, enable POP access for all emails in the account or only emails received after a selected date. So you can actually have POP that'll only, if you have it for all emails in the account and you log in for the first time, it's going to download everything in that account. If you allow it for emails received only after a selected date, so this is important if you upgrade from a free account to a paid account and you've already got stuff in there. If you don't want to download everything you've already got in there using POP, select it for emails received after a selected date, choose the date and click update. Let's close that down. IMAP access is on. Active Sync, unless you're using anything that needs Active Sync, you can leave it off. What else can we set? Oh, let's talk about out of office settings. You can, again, much like other mail programs, you can select an out of office response, what date you want it sent from, what date you want it sent to. Send one reply for the entire duration of my ability. Reply to consecutive emails from the same sender once every selected number of days. Okay. This is up to you. If you're away for a very long time, you might want it to say, if the same person is emailing you constantly, you might want to send them an email once a week to remind them that you're on holidays. Otherwise, I would recommend just send them once. As always with out of office replies, just be careful that, sorry, I don't mean to there. Just be careful that you're not part of a list or a group and the group comes in here, because when that group comes in here, your auto reply will go out to that group. And that might be something you want to think about using an out of office response. You can set the message that goes out for organizational users versus external users. So you can, if it's an organizational user, you can send them one email message. And if it is an external user, someone who's not in the organization, you can set it for all external users only in your contact list, external users not in my contact list. You apply the same auto response used for organizations to external users as well. So you can actually set your auto response message based on your users, whether they're organizational users, whether they're external users, whether it's the same message that you send out. If your organization allows it and you have set up signatures within your organization, to allow your users to set up their signatures. I had trouble with this account, something I will cover in a different video, of course. You can set a signature up for your user as well. What else is here? Anti-spam. So per users, you can actually set up your own whitelist and your own blacklist, as well as what happens at a global level on the account. So if you're getting things in that that you just want spammed automatically, you can add them to here. I believe they have to be full email addresses and not just domains. Yeah, these have to be full email addresses. Under domains, you can actually whitelist and blacklist certain domains. So if there's mail that comes from a particular domain name and you never want to see it, you can stick it in the blocked list and it will just send it to spam for you. So this is how you can manage your whitelist and blacklist at a user level. Storage, this will tell you your details of your storage, where it's used, how it's used. Because we're only a mail account, it's only ever used in mail, okay? Security, this is important. So you can, if you want to lock down your security for your account, you can set allowed IP addresses that can log into the account. As always, I recommend being really careful doing this, particularly in Australia, where our IP addresses tend to be dynamic. If we reboot our NBN routers or our routers, we tend to get a new IP address. And if you've set your IP address and you're no longer on that, you can't log into your account. So be really careful with this. This isn't great if you're a home, like your office is in your home and you've got an email, sorry, and you've got a network like that. This is better if you are in an area where you can set your IP address and have a fixed IP address. If you want to change your password, you change it here. You can set up your login email addresses. So users can log into their Zoho Mail account using other email addresses that they own. Add the login addresses here. So the login addresses for this account are info and contact. It doesn't matter. They can use both. I can use both to get in. Info is my primary address. Okay. Two-factor authentication. I will cover two-factor authentication in another email. Now, the last thing that I'm going to show you very quickly, and I will probably do another video on this in depth, maybe, we'll see. Account activity. This is kind of cool. If you're concerned that your account might be hacked or someone's getting into it or you're not sure what's going on, you can have a look and see when you logged in, what IP address you logged in from, the time, the duration, where you came from, okay? Because we haven't logged in, we don't have anything here. Session history will give you a record of the session history for the last 30 days, and recent activity will show you what's happened. There we go. So it just took a little bit. So we've enabled IMAP, we enabled forwarding, we disabled forwarding. We've created the account, we've added an email address. So you can have a look at everything that's going on in your account here, or the admin can. This is what your admin can do. Your user gets a slightly different view. But this is what you can do at a user level on your email account. Sorry, at an admin level on your user account. Been a long morning. All right. So that was, I don't know. It always feels so technical to me, and it always feels a little bit like I'm on rails, like this is this and this is this and this is this. Chugga, 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 chugga. Ha, 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 Charlie, very funny. It's been a long morning. Was that useful to you? Did it make some sense? Does it help you manage your users a little better in the Zoho Mail admin interface? Please do let me know. I've got a heap more videos coming. I'm doing this all from the admin point of view. I'll give you some user points of view shortly. Well, in some videos that I'm going to do. We'll go through the admin panel and some of the other things that you've got available in there in a little bit more depth as well. There's so much to cover. I just don't want to sort of overwhelm you, and I also don't want to be boring you. So please, if you've got comments, feedbacks, questions, whatever, leave them wherever you're watching or listening to this video. If this video is useful to you, please give it a like. You can also come and join me in my community, askcharlyleetham.locals.com. It is designed for business owners who want to understand the technical side of their businesses a little better without becoming technical gurus themselves. You get to speak to me. You can ask questions in there of me, and I will respond to them and try to help you out as best I can. There's also going to be others in there who may have had experiences that they can share with you and help you out as well. I'd love to have you across there. Please consider joining the community. If you haven't already liked the channel, please do like the channel, subscribe to the channel actually, and ring the notification bell so you find out when we drop more content. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.